welcome everyone for our 34th officers. And today we have the founding team of Zero. We have Scott Chatham, CEO and COO of Zero, and also the Zero agent, who's the spokes agent who's representing Zero as well. So we are really having a great panel, and thank you, Jon, for hosting us. Jon is our community manager. Hope you're all very familiar with him. And yeah, looking forward to get this session started. So yes, as you already know, Zero is the liquidity hub for Zero G, and we have Scott here, the CEO of Zero, to have us introduce more. How's the journey been so far? How have you guys been to? How was the engagement rate right now, and also how was the integration process with Zero G, along with the cool updates that is coming up. So, Scott and Jason, please feel free to introduce yourself and our Zero you as well, and about the project. So, we are looking forward to hear more in this session. Thank you.
Thank you, Gathan. Thank you, Jan. Hey, really appreciate having you us on here. This is really exciting to talk to everyone who's been following us, and everyone who's been following Zero G. As I said, I'm Scott. I am the CEO of Zero Dex. And we're very, very excited. We've taken this journey on a few months ago to build for Zero G and to build our DEX and to build the number one DEX on all of crypto. We have a ton of things to share, some stats about the DEX. If you haven't yet checked it out, it's Zer0.exchange. Follow us on Twitter and or X and take a look at the DEX. But
Okay,
I think Scott cut off the call. I think he's not out here.
Okay, no problem.
Yes, please feel free to continue with the introduction. Yeah, Scott's back.
Apologize. I don't know what happened. Anyway, I was just going to say, let me introduce the rest of the team here. We have Rogue AD is our COO here. And then we have a very special guest. You kind of alluded to it already. We have Zer0. Zer0 is our kind of a new feature that we'll be releasing on mainnet. Super excited for this. Our AI chat agent. Very excited to share more about that. So without further ado there, I will, Gathan, I'll hand you back over to you before we kind of kick into what we've been doing on our side.
Sure, Scott. That sounds really great. And the next part that we would like to hear more about is the mission and vision, and like how's the journey been so far building on top of Zero G and all with our community. Just if you could just run down from how you started with ideation, how you joined us, how you started to cooperate with our team, and finally it's there in our testnet and the journey towards the mainnet. What's your mission and vision behind this, and how's your journey so far?
Yeah, thank you, Scott and Gavin, for your kind words. So it's very excited to share with you that there has been more than 8 million requests to our website, and it's showing that people are not just watching; they are really, really curious about what we are doing, and they are really showing up. And then we have more than 4.25 million smart contract interactions on chain usage, and more than 600,000 unique wallets connected. And this is not a bad number for a protocol that's only review 5% of what it can do. And yeah, we haven't hit minute, and we are already seeing this kind of number. So we truly appreciate your support. So Scott, can you tell us the next thing about the DX?
So the as mentioned, the journey's been great. We've had a lot of good intro, a lot of good interactions with everything. We have kind of a lot of things on the DeFi ecosystem with Zer0. It's not just about a DEX. We have AI, LM. We have DeFi agents coming. Codenamed Call Her Zer0. We have a lot of privacy innovations with Dark Pool coming in to hide some transactions and be a little more private and less public on the DEX, and some hidden swaps as well. Let me pass it over to Rogue AD here. He's going to talk a little bit more about the OG stack, how we kind of utilize the technology that's underlying on Zero G, and how we kind of bring that into integrations with our system.
Yeah, thank you. So and another thing I'd like to mention also is the community behind Zer0 and behind OG in general has just been fantastic. And, we're really grateful for all of the support and all the excitement. It's nice to have that, the same enthusiasm that we have shared within the community. But Zer0 itself is one of the first ecosystems that's been purpose-built for 0G, and our integration is not superficial, but it's more deeply rooted, like in the fabric of OG's technology, and that extends to, or will extend to, the way our agents think and store and act. So some examples of the way that we utilize OG's tech stack is OG's blob streaming. We use that to offload non-critical transaction metadata and vault strategies, which cuts down on gas usage and enables faster swap settlement than your traditional EVM. As mentioned briefly, we will be integrating AI-powered liquidity management, and which we're calling AI ALM, and that was going to give Zer0 the opportunity to let liquidity providers run AI strategies that adapt dynamically to market volatility, and that's using AI price prediction models primarily to more effectively manage the liquidity that's on the DEX, should the user choose. Of course, it's not mandatory, but if anyone's familiar with ALMs, sometimes you run into issues with impermanent loss, maybe being a bit higher than normal, because it's not always a one size fits all. But we're going to leverage AI to make that more efficient and optimized. And also composable. It's going to be composable with future rollups and L2s. And so thanks to OG's modular DA and consensus, Zer0 DEX can share liquidity across chains and rollups, can enable cross-chain order routing, and join future decentralized shared sequencer networks. And so we plan to have future-proof architecture, and one day, hopefully, be ready for multi-chain aggregation. It's a bit of a long-term goal, but we're building the foundation for that now. And so these are just some of the examples of the way that we're leveraging OG to the maximum effect. And so I'd like to toss it back over to Zer0 to talk about some agent DeFi agent monetization.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Rog. So we would like to introduce you the DeFi agent monetization by NFTs. So you guys must heard a lot about the AI agent term recently, right? It's not just a traditional AI tool. It can also just generate some content. It can literally help you to do some tasks, for example, like transaction or do some analytical research. And for Zer0, we have also have the visions on the AI agents, and we are not just a plugin and definitely not a repack code. Zer0 is built from scratch and with a purpose engineer for DeFi. So every line of logic, every decision we make is designed to navigate real crypto environments. For example, like trading, on-chain events, and with unmatched autonomy. And this isn't just AI in DeFi. This can somehow have you to have a better vision with the AI and also the DeFi works. And one more thing I want to share is the NFT, the Zer0 NFT is even just the art or maybe just for collection purpose. It's really like it's made possible by the OG, and over time your NFT will be evolved into a personalized DeFi companion, a real on-chain brain, it can be your co-pilot trading, and also a DeFi native assistant that works for you. That is the vision that we are about to bring you in this project. And also about Zer0, there's a lot of things behind the AI, so we would like to mention on the framework, but we are working on this, and it's very special. So we would love to sneak peek a little bit about the framework to if you are interested in the technology and technical part, then keep watching us on the social media, because we will constantly updating with you on the growing process. So yeah, I think you guys can focusing on the DeFi AI agent and NFT with Zer0, because there will be a lot of interesting things coming up this summer.
Yeah, we're really excited, and I know we threw a lot of at you, Gath and Jan. Let me pass it back to you. I know, I apologize, we kind of took over the beginning of this call, but just we're really excited for 0G and really excited to share what we're working on with a live audience here.
Thank you, Scott. Sounds good. Guys, if you have any questions in the meantime that you want me to ask them, please do drop it in the chat. I'm having a look at it as well. So thanks, Scott, for celebrating for the brief discussion. And we really look forward to long term and be the best decks on top of Zero G's ecosystem. So yeah, moving forward, I would love to know like how deep is the architecture and how deep is the working of the decks right now. And I heard an overview of how we are leveraging the Zero G's tech stack, how we are going to make it chain interoperable, but if you could just give a breakdown on the tech that is being used in this decks and like how it's better than the existing decks in the other chains. Is there anything that is comparably unique to what Zero G's ecosystem could provide? Scott or Rohit, if you could just give some highlight on that, that would be great. And after that, if you could just give us a quick demo of the decks, that would also be super helpful for the audience who haven't tried it out yet.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Yeah, that is a great question there. So let's break it down back to the original here. So as far as the application, the coding, and the contract, we're currently fully live on the testnet and fully functioning. You can use this just like a regular DEX if you use the DEX on any other EVM chain before. Very, very similar. You can add liquidity. We have some farming opportunities coming up, and there's a lot of things that are very traditional that you're used to. So that's all fully working. What we're really excited to use in the OG stack here is it's mostly heavily on the AI side. Since Zero G is more of a EVM compatible chain, which makes it super easy for us to build, adapt, and do some of the things that people are used to. It's really these new AI features and AI core pieces that we're able to take advantage of in the future. So think of us right now as building our foundation and our fundamentals, whereas in the future, as mentioned, the AI ALM, the INFTs with AI agent storage, that's the part we're really excited for. And that's the part we're currently starting and undergoing our journey on the AI builds now. So we're not just a normal DEX, right? A traditional DEX kind of just does one thing and that's it. We're taking this and we're expanding it. We're going beyond the minimum, and we're taking the as I mentioned, we're taking the Zer0 AI. Think of it kind of like Eliza, but faster, stronger, and better. We are rebuilding this entirely from scratch with a different language that adapts pretty nicely into the Zero G architecture. I apologize, I don't have the exact technical part on that just because our dev is still working on it, but it is kind of a faster, a better rendition of it. And it's going to hook into the INFT architecture. It's going to let you have your own private LLMs, large language models onto the INFT, and then store the data on the Zero G chain. That's kind of one of the big highlights is AI data storage that we're excited for. So I'm not sure if that really answered your question. I don't have a ton to share on the tech stack with the AI pieces just yet, but as I mentioned, it's more about the future and what we're building now versus where we currently stand.
Yeah. So that data is a new goal of today's world. Having like accumulate enough data can help you to do a lot of things. So with the technology that we are aiming at, we really hope that it can somehow help you to drive and become the leaders in the crypto industry. So with the AI agent, we are having like faith in that.
Sure. Thank you, Zero, and thank you, Scott, for the explanations. Sounds good. And yeah, is it possible that you could share a quick share screen on the demo for the decks?
Yeah, we can absolutely do that. Give me one quick minute, and then I'll get something pulled up. Yeah,
Sure,
give me
guys.
one
If you
second.
have any, yeah, please go ahead and share the screen. And in the meantime, audience, if you have anything, please do drop on the chat box.
Let me pass it over to Rogue AD in the meantime, just to kind of give some talk about our future. That'll give me a few minutes to get set up with DEX.
Sure, Scott. Sounds good.
Yeah, sure. So we're starting as a DEX, of course. We have the AI functionality that's slotted for release at launch or by launch or shortly thereafter. But that really is just the first step. Our long-term intention is to be a sort of one-stop shop on OG. We want to be, many different things. We're looking at potentially becoming or rolling out the sort of unified stablecoin for the chain. Of course, that'll require some some coordination with the chain itself, because of course they have to adopt that as well. But that's something that we have in the midterm, and we're looking at potentially lending and borrowing. That's kind of the exciting part of a new chain, right? Because there's so much potential. It's kind of like like wilderness that hasn't been developed yet, right? And so there's lots of opportunities, and of course a DEX and a bridge are pretty much the most foundational pieces of a chain. But we intend to take it quite a bit farther, as well, really as quickly as we can build. That's always the limitation, right? We have to, of course, focus on the DEX. We have to make sure that it's functional, stable, profitable, and that all is well there. And then, assuming no one else moves in, then we would be happy to continue to bolt on different aspects of the DEX. And I would also, Scott mentioned it briefly, but I would also like to emphasize that the privacy features are also something that it's nothing to sniff at, right? We do intend to have ZK dark pools, which will basically mask pending transactions until they're finalized, right? This helps protect against sandwich attacks and is preferable for institutional grade trading, as well as ultimately fully anonymous swapping, which I guess was kind of taboo in the past, but with certain things being loosened up in recent times. I think this is a good opportunity to really lean into the sort of privacy features and privacy narrative, because it's been undeveloped, right? And I think that there's still a large use for it, and it's just a net benefit for everyone. I mean, that's kind of what Web3 was built on, right? So looks like Scott has it up.
Yeah, I agree with Rog, especially for the stability of a DEX, and also on the data part. By gathering all the data on chain, it will assist you in decision making. Especially with all the transactions that you are making on DEX, we can collect the ball and then help you to process the transactions, decision making process better. And also with the data transparency and traceability, I think Zer0 is can definitely help you to audit and can be trusted with all the transactions that you are making on our DEX.
Yeah, thank you. Can everyone hear me okay? I had to switch to a different mic.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
Great. Let me give you a walk in. Can you see our DEX here?
Guys, are you able to see the screen? It's still loading
Great.
from my end.
Okay. All right.
I can see it fine.
Okay, perfect. So if you want to follow along, it's just test.0.exchange. Again, you can find the site on our Twitter as well, but I want to show you a couple of highlights here. We'll go through this somewhat quickly, just because if you used the DEX before, it's pretty similar. One of the things to point out is the faucet. There's the 0G faucet for the AG tokens if you're doing some testing anywhere else. There's a separate faucet for that, but we have our own faucet that will take you directly to where you can request BTC, ETH, Tether, USD. You can just request it in here, add your tokens, everything. And it'll add some tokens you can play with. If we head over to our swap section, I do want to point out we just recently added a dark mode here for those who prefer a little darker. We'll stick in the dark mode versus the light. Very similar. We'll have our tokens here. We'll be adding some additional meme tokens and some additional things to swap with. But again, works very much similar to what you're used to here. And I am going to, I'm not going to go through some of the approvals just because it takes a little bit of time, but very similar. But I wanted to point out very similar on the, hold on one second, I'm seeing some people are unable to see the screen.
Yes, Scott, it's still loading from my side. Let me just try it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same.
Yeah, I'm seeing some people can see and some people cannot.
Yeah, I see it just
Maybe
fine.
the issue with the Discord, yeah, still loading. Scott, can you just try once resharing the screen? Just close it and try resharing it.
I'll do that.
I think Discord's been having some issues for the last 24 hours, so maybe that's part of it.
Yeah, I had some trouble signing in. How about now? Can you see anything now?
I still see it, yeah.
But I still don't. Okay.
Oh
It's very
man.
Yeah.
I see it fine as well. It's
Okay.
usually something to do with the connection as well.
I saw most of the community cannot see the screen.
Well, what we can do is,
Yeah, I'll share the link. I'll share the link. They can follow up on
yeah,
the link.
that'd be great.
Should be fine.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, please. I'll talk through it for those who can see it. And describe things for those who cannot. As I mentioned, we have a dark mode that's now added. That's brand new. The swap page is pretty typical from what you see somewhere else, but there is also another section on our liquidity pools here. With traditional DEXs, everything's moving to something called concentrated liquidity, and this is where our AI automated liquidity management will come in. Is when you have concentrated liquidity, you always have to manage it. And you can create a position, and we can choose we don't have that one in dark mode, but we will, I think it's being slow to load. But once it's all loaded here, you'll be able to see what your ranges are. You'll have your different tokens, and you'll be within, an upper price and a lower price. All that stuff is very, very complex. We're bringing in these AI ALM partners to simplify the setup and simplify the procedure. Because if you're not used to doing this type of management, it's very cumbersome. It's very a little confusing and very overwhelming. And so the AI ALM partners, give it a refresh and see if it loads somewhere. Our AI ALM partners are going to essentially take the guesswork out of creating your liquidity positions. And what's going to happen is now that we're going to be able to simply go to the page, deposit, click 2 buttons. Let's see if we can get it to load still. It'll take a little bit of time. Apologize for that. But you'll be able to just click on 2 buttons, add your tokens, and then you'll be starting earning not only fees, but our farming token as well. And then we're going to have the AI portion of it that's going to manage your position for you. It's going to keep you in range. It's going to keep you earning the maximum fee and revenue that you can do. It's really going to kind of, help you maximize everything you can. There's also going to be a rewards page on here. I don't have anything in here yet, but you'll be able to see the fees that you have earned and then any farming rewards that you can just simply click and claim. As I mentioned, it's very simple because it's designed to be very simple. It's a very simplified DEX with a lot of integrations and with partners that we brought in. I do want to mention, though, that we are building a kind of a gamified point system for everyone here, for the community to participate in. It's going to be coming out soon, probably a week and a half or so, and we'll be adding a points page. And that points page is going to allow you to earn these points for doing any interactions on Zer0 DEX, which is adding a liquidity, doing a swap, and even minting part of our NFT series. It's going to be very exciting. And going through this process is we are sort of battle testing 0G, with a lot of the community engagement here. And then we also wanted to provide some rewards back to our community as a great thank you for supporting us and being with us. So I apologize if for those who didn't see it, we'll share the link. As I mentioned, it's very, very simple, designed to be very, very simple, but there's a lot of workings on the back end that you just don't see, and it's a lot of things that we'll be building in the very, very near future. And I can send it right back to you. I know we're close on time.
Sure, Scott. That was really great. And even though it's unfortunate, I think our audience are able to follow. I know everyone have definitely tried it at least once. So we look forward to share the link. And if you have any questions, please do forward it to me or to the team directly. And we'll be here to support you on it. So thank you so much, Scott and Chasam and Zer0 for your involvement on this. This was a really great session. Before we conclude the session, if you have anything to mention, please do feel free to conclude it. In the meantime, audience, just the last call. If you have any questions that you want to ask here, please do drop it in the chat. Please go ahead, Scott.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for hosting us. Really do appreciate it and having us on. I do want to add, please follow us on our X. Take a look at the content we have in here. We have a lot more information about the DEX and what we're building, and then a lot more that we can share as far as what we have doing in the future. And then also visit our community group, Everything Zero on X. It's everyone's beautiful artwork that they've been creating over the past few months, all in one place. It's a really great community, community hosted, which is great. And I want to thank Gath and Jan again. Really appreciate you having us on, and really looking forward to doing more of these and sharing more in the future.
Yeah, we
Thank you so much,
appreciate your attention today. And thank you, Gavin and Yon, for hosting the AMA. It's very interesting for us to see you guys all here. Please subscribe our channel, and we'll share everything on the social media platform to keep you updated on what we are doing. So yeah, thank you guys. Have a nice day.
Thank you,
Awesome.
Zero,
Thank
and
you,
thank you,
everyone.
Scott. We really mean it. And it seems like we don't have any major questions on the chat, so we are pretty good to conclude the session now. So thank you so much, Scott, and thank you everyone for joining. We look forward to see you on the next office hours happening next Friday. Thank you. Thank you once again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.